Welcome back. This is episode 3 of Becoming a Rich Artist. Today, this is going to be not my very last, but the last day that I'm focusing solely on heads only. I'm going to finally move on to the rest of the body, doing gesture drawing tomorrow. So, today I just wanted to top off all my studying with just straight up stylized heads based off reference. So that's all I'm going to be drawing for the next maybe 15-20 minutes. Pretty happy with my progress so far. I think I've been focusing on heads for like a month and a half now. Only heads. And it's shown to pay off. I'm much more comfortable drawing them than I was previously. I'm pretty sure before I didn't even, I wanted to avoid, I liked drawing them, but it was daunting to do it. Just because it feels so complex. And I still think it's complex, honestly, but it's just, now that I've done it so many times, it makes it a little bit less daunting. Because I've drawn a head before. I've even been able to draw some stuff from imagination. So it's just seeing that is just really improving my confidence. One big thing that I think helped me get this comfortable too is just realizing that I can use a construction and then draw the details on top of that. I guess I was kind of not afraid, but avoiding using construction because I felt like I was cheating almost. But it's not cheating when it's my drawing still. I can't cheat my own drawing. So I don't know why I was doing that. Okay, kind of have the construction down right here. Oh, I'm just gonna draw over it. I drew pretty light. Another little thing I noticed is that every drawing is different. You can't treat every single one the same that you draw, especially with reference from real life, because it's gonna be different. I think one thing I really want to get better with faces is the eyes. The past week I've been getting a lot better, but always room for improvement. One thing I'm not sure about is whether I know how to differentiate between female and male faces. I haven't tested out if I know how to do that. I mean, they're not too different, honestly. It feels like if you just add a bit more lashes to the female one, it just ends up looking like a woman. Even if it's a more sharper face, it still ends up looking like a woman. Or feminine face, I should say. This one right here that I'm drawing is supposed to be a woman, so I'll see if I get it. I got her looking like an elf. Earlier today when I was drawing, before this video, I was wondering too if it matters if I know how to draw different races. But since I'm drawing or looking to draw in an anime style, I don't really think that matters because race doesn't really matter in anime. Like, you just change the skin, and that's it. They don't have, like, Asian and white. They just all look the same. They'll probably just change the hair, if anything. Oh, I'm liking... kind of like how this is coming out. Made her nose a bit bigger than I meant. And I think... see that, like, this could go either way with a woman or... as in looking like a woman or a man. But if I add lashes, I think it would make it look more feminine. Even though guys have lashes, of course, too, but it's that kind of like makeup look, I guess, the mascara, that makes it look like a woman. And adding eyelashes, lashes down here, emphasizing these lashes. And that's basically the head. I still have been drawing all of my people with bald heads because I'm just not good at drawing hair, like at all. This ear is a bit wrong. Maybe I should try. Should probably try to start drawing the hair now that I'm comfortable with the face, especially. Like, I just drew that in how long? 7 minutes. So I'm obviously more comfortable drawing faces. So that's why I need to step up my game with introducing other things like the body and the hair. I guess I'm gonna just try to draw the hair right now. I'm thinking maybe I can start doing, like, to practice, I can start with like a very rough outline of what I want, and then adding the actual lines after. I just find this a very difficult thing to practice because there's no, at least it doesn't feel like a specific structure when it comes to hair. I feel like this is already wonky. Every time I draw the hair, I end up making their head look deformed. I just don't know what I'm doing. Also, the problem with drawing, like, especially long hair, it's like I have to draw their entire body. Because this hair is gonna fall. It has to fall on something. See, I don't even like how that looks. I'm about to erase it and leave it alone. Well, I'm not gonna erase it, I'm gonna just leave it. But yeah, this is why I haven't really practiced the hair, because it's just been a little bit awkward practicing it. This has some shape, but it's not very definite. I might just leave it like that. Might be something I revisit once I know at least the upper body, and then I'll feel more comfortable drawing the hair. Because I could draw short hair, but then I'd still need to just draw the neck in. This hair right here, it's covering up in the reference, and then she has a hoodie on, so I'm just leave it like that, a floating head. Let's do the next one. Probably just do one more, because I have to go somewhere, so. Let me do a straight on. Been doing a lot of, what is it, 3/4 quarter, yeah, 3/4 quarter faces. And not doing enough straight on headshots. Let's do a straight on one. One I haven't even touched was like a side profile, but I actually drew one today from imagination and it came out looking like an actual face. So it seems like knowing other profile, like other angles of the face, allows you to draw in other angles as well. It's all the same, the measurements, I guess. It only changes in perspective. But I'm not too worried about that right now. Cut these off. Okay. Another thing that helps me make these faces now is knowing that it doesn't have to be perfect, because people's faces aren't actually perfect. So it doesn't make sense to make the faces that you draw perfectly symmetrical anyway. They still should be somewhat accurate, but they don't have to be perfect. And that made my art a lot better. Because now, like, these two are not perfectly spaced out, but if the rest of the face is proportional and about the right place, it's good enough and it will look like a good face. This reference doesn't have long hair, so it will be easier for me to draw in the neck and make this look like a more complete head. What I normally do for short hair, and maybe I can do the same thing for long hair too, is I'll draw in the head where I believe it to be. Just a rough estimate of where it could be. So then it's just a bald head for now. And then I would go over that outline with the hair. This is actually, yeah. His hair is very simple, so it's not much to. Not much to do with that one. Okay. I gotta complete the eyes. Been trying all different types of eyes. See which ones I like to draw. Pupils, I gotten way better with drawing over the past few days. I was drawing them, I think, too big before. It was making my drawing look a bit awkward. And I was drawing the entire pupil, or the entire iris, I should say, in there, when our eyes actually cut it off a bit. Our entire iris wouldn't show unless we had our eyes wide open. So I'd have my characters looking like constantly surprised for no reason. So it looks much better. Oh yeah, eyebrows. I was like, I know I'm missing something. The eyebrows I kind of just make different every time, also playing with that too. I think a lot of the beginning process is just like finding what you like. Well, it's figuring out how to do something first, because you have to do it correctly. Then after you know how to do it, then it's like, what do you like to draw? How do you like to draw it? At least that's been the process for me so far. Because once I know how to draw it, then it's easier to draw it, how it's supposed to be, in realism, basically. But drawing it how you see it, or how you would like to see it, is a completely different process that you'd probably be doing for the rest of your time drawing. Okay, so this is done basically. I'll just darken up shadow areas. And then darken up his hair as well, because his hair is actually black. I'm not gonna go too crazy on that. Yeah, so those are a couple faces. There's a couple faces. Right there. Obviously they're not perfect, they're not the best, but I am happy with them, because I wasn't able to do this before. I went on this grind of learning how to do heads. So I'm very pleased. And I'll move on to the next part of the body, which is the torso. So I'll be focusing on the torso, obviously the neck, and the arms. So I'll get that part in. After that, it'll probably be the hands, I gotta do that separate because that's also a complex part. Then the legs, and then the feet. So I'm kind of like working my way from the top down. Because once I can do, a little bit of the torso, then I can draw the head and then add the torso. Start adding the torso like to this. I could add the torso. Then when I get the hands, it's like, okay, I can put the hands in now. Maybe I can have them doing some more gesture stuff. And then obviously when I get to the legs and feet, that'll be the entire body. So I think it's a good structured way of approaching it. So starting tomorrow, I'm going to do probably tomorrow I'm just going to do gesture drawing and that's it. Just to get used to drawing the entire body, because that right now is obviously very daunting compared to just the face. So just getting used to that, doing it over and over again, some simple forms, and also doing some fundamental stuff like shapes, just to construct, the torso properly, so that when I'm studying it, it's not the most difficult thing in the world. But yeah, pretty confident with where my progress and where I'm going. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.